Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find something sturdy and comfortable. Sturdy so you're not feeling like you're about to fall over or feel unbalanced, but you also want to be comfortable so you're not shifting during the practice. This is a longer meditation, so we want to do something. You want to just find something comfortable and stable. Just find what works for you. You can sit in a chair, you can lie down, find whatever works. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. It's just another tool we can use to notice if we're lost in thought or not. However, if you have learned to practice or you feel more comfortable practicing with your eyes closed, of course, there are no hindrances. Go ahead and close your eyes. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your eyes gently down below you, kind of looking at the floor, or the carpet, or the desk, whatever it is. We're not staring at a particular spot in the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We just have a nice, gentle, clear gaze directed downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable, sturdy position. Your eyes are either closed or open, directed gently downwards. Let's begin today's practice by taking 3 deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through the mouth. But make sure that your out breath is about twice the length as the in breath. Ready? In through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out, in, and out. Wonderful. Just settle down and bring your attention to the awareness of this moment. There's no future to get to, no tasks to complete, and there's no past you've come from. We're only here. That's all. Everything else is a fragment of our imagination. Allowing the nervous system to just calm down. All by itself. Noticing our feelings, maybe anticipation, dread, anxiety, stress. Just noticing them, not changing. Just taking stock of what is. And just resting here, right now, with nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to become. And if you're normal, I'm probably catching you in the middle of a thought right now. Planning something, worried, or remembering. Thinking that there's just too much to do. And notice how when we're thinking about something, we're no longer attentive to where we are. Where we always have been and where we always will be, which is here and now. It all happens now. And that's why it's useful in a meditation practice to, instead of paying attention to the content of thinking, we bring our attention to something that can only happen now. And that, of course, is the coming and going of the breath. And a great place to notice the breath, of course, is in the lower belly, below the belly button and above the groin. So just bring your attention down to this place. Just notice how it feels, below the belly button and above the groin. And watch how as the breath comes in, this area expands naturally. And as the breath departs, it relaxes all by itself. Instead of paying attention to this next thought, stay here in the lower belly. Notice the breath rising and falling. And let thinking think what it wants to. Remain with breathing. And I'm probably catching you thinking again. And that's okay. This is the practice. When you notice that you're lost in thought, gently return to the lower belly. And this time, see if you can do this with as little effort as possible. Just a gentle return. Not focusing or trying hard to concentrate on the breath, but just an effortless awareness of breathing. Come back. Come back to breathing. Return to the breath, rising and falling. We're not pushing our thoughts away. We're not ignoring them. We're allowing them to come and go. As Shunryo Suzuki said, during meditation, we keep the front door and the back door of our minds completely open. Let thoughts come and go as they please. Just don't serve them any tea, because then they will want to stay. In other words, let your mind think what it wants to. Remain with breathing. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Return to breathing. Rising and falling. It only happens now. Okay, you can look at the screen. We spend our lives, most of us, in an abstraction. How often are you living for tomorrow? Or frustrated by something in the past? In fact, most of us suffer because of our projections into the future and our inability to let go of things that has already happened. And the truth of the matter is that both of these, the future and the past, exist as thoughts here and now. Again, this isn't a scientific claim. From our experience, the past isn't real unless we think about it. Nor is the future. We have to think about the future for it to have any substance. If we stop thinking about it, where would the future be? Or the past? Yet most of us live this way. We live in these two places. And we fail to have real contact with where we always are, which is here and now. It happens now, all of it. Now, I know when you think about general relativity or Einstein's theories, and we've all seen maybe Interstellar, where you see how time is weird and it can happen in multiple places at once and we don't really know what time is. And that's true, but that's a different subject. Here, from your experience, it only happens now. Everything else is a thought. And we suffer because of this. Now, thinking and being able to project is really good. It's good for our planning, and it's good to plan for the future. But it has a double-edged sword, of course. The sword cuts both ways. You can plan for the future, but then you can really worry about the future. In fact, only live for the future that you forget what's here. So come back. Practice. Then you could be content with what is. Everything else is worry about the future or frustration and loathing over the past. It happens now. So be here now and rest. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.